Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jagdpanther II Review. The old German Tier 8 tank destroyer, well not really the old one. The old one is the Ferdinand, and one of the questions every World of Tanks personality gets asked the most is Jagdpanther II or Ferdinand? I haven't played the Ferdinand, and I don't want to play it because this thing is just better in almost every way, apart from hull armor. But why would that be important when you can go 50 in this thing, and when Ferdinand barely uh, goes faster than 20. So yeah, in my opinion, but Jagdpanther 2 all the way, no question about it. Another thing, this tank looks so much better than the Ferdinand. It's, in my opinion, one of the sexiest tanks in the game. Probably next to the Panther 2 and E50 and the 75. It's pretty damn good looking though. Uh, the gun is massive. It's the E75 gun, 240 something pen. It's quite accurate, 0.35 with 2.3 second aiming time. So yeah, the gun performs uh, alright. The aiming time is a bit of a bitch when you stop after you were going 50. Then you actually have to aim for like 3 seconds or so, but nothing too severe there. You can get used to it. So the armor, it has a really dumb explode, and I'm pretty sure this isn't historically accurate. I think it's something they put in and they've never bothered to remove it. The Jagdpanther 2 has really good superstructure. I mean, tier 10 guns can bounce off the superstructure, and it's much better than the superstructure in Ferdinand. It's sloped and it's pretty well armored. The problem though is that for some reason they thought it would be hilarious to put a weak gun mantlet on a tank with strong superstructure. And I'm pretty sure it's not fucking historically accurate because that would make absolutely no sense. But however, it is there. The gun mantlet, like right next to the gun, is like 80 millimeters thick. So if you're shooting in one of these things when they're all down, just shoot the gun mantlet and you'll be fine. Problem though is if you miss the gun mantle, you're quite likely to not pen because the rest of the superstructure is quite tough for even tier 10 guns, as I just mentioned. The hull, well, it's a Panther 2, Panther 1, or whatever. It's tier 6, tier 7 level of medium tank armor, so don't expect much from the hull. It can bounce some shots, but you can't count on it. The gun reloads in like just shy of 10 seconds, and it hits for 490, so the ABM is alright. It's not like too fancy, but it's alright. I mean, this gun kills ISUs in 2 shots, so if you meet an ISU, you usually come on top because you reload faster and you can kill him faster, but when you meet ISUs, they shoot you for 750, and you're really sour about your life after that one shot. So yeah, cruise, well, let's start with the equipment. It's rammer, of course, it's binos, and it's gun leg drive. No ventilation. Uh, you can mount board stab, so gun leg drive is a good alternative, and this tank kind of needs it because it's really fast. The view range is not so good, so coated optics wouldn't change much, and putting both on a tank that has a gun like this would be a bit of an overkill. So, in my opinion, binos is fine, and gun leg drive is fine. For cruise skills, well, it's more or less the tank destroyer standard. You put the 6th sense. You can go for camo, it won't be that much use in the future, so I would go repairs. For the driver, it's of course clutch braking. Every tank destroyer, especially when you get something like the Jet Dagger after this, it's really important to have that clutch braking. And yeah, for the rest of the crew, it's not really important, but do you pick? They don't really have a lot of good skills. I mean, you can always go for the safe storage and shit like that, but it's not really useful. So let's talk about game and what happened so far. Well, my team died. That's what just happened. But swamp, from this spawn going south is usually a bad idea because they can kill it off so easily and you can't do much about it. So going south is a bad idea. Going north, they didn't have anything here, so we're kind of wasting our time. But then again, Jagdpanther is good at shooting across shit, and especially when they are just YOLOing, and that's what tends to happen on this map quite a lot. The enemies feel confident in their positions and then they have to cross this open field and they all die. It usually happens on their flank, but this time they decided to YOLO here, which is completely fine with me because I can shoot them. And below is tracked and he's gonna be dead. and that's like third K tank that I completely wrecked. So yeah, I can't complain about that. And the problem I have here is that I can't move much either because of the T-34-85. He was extremely effective the entire game, and he's gonna be giving me a lot of problems a bit later on as well. But you'll see about that. The map is not the most fun one, I guess. It usually gets decided by how many people get cut off and killed on one of the flanks. Like, if you spawn on this side, if we had like tier 8s going south and got killed, then we probably would have lost, but we had only like tier 6s and shit, and they didn't have anything coming this way, so they were at the advantage. Because it's easy to kill off people that are outnumbered like 3 to 1, and that's what happened south with our team, and they didn't send anybody here, but we managed to snipe across a bit, which was alright. We managed to pick up some kills and at least to level the game in a way that it isn't completely one-sided anymore. But yeah, Jagdpanther 2, it gives you every tool you need to perform well. It's all up to you after you get in this thing, because it gives you speed, it gives you extremely good gun, it gives you view range with binos. Look at that. Them binos. The ISU is moving, so he didn't have his binos up, and I just wreck him. And this KV-1S is so unlucky. Look at that. He fires. What does he shoot? The artillery that he doesn't kill in one shot with the KV-1S. That's hilarious. And now he dies as well. And yeah, the Jagdpanther 2 gives you every tool, and it's up to you to not fuck up and to do good in. You can go all down. It's fast. The gun is great. It has everything you can possibly need apart from hull armor. And why would you need that when you have everything else, more or less? The one thing you could wish, of course, is to have the gun in the front and to have gun depression. And this is where I got completely cut off guard, and this is where I lost a lot of health. Like, I made a bit silly decisions here. This early shot was one of them, but I should have hid behind the rock, or I should have YOLO'd him right away. I should not have stopped to aim or do anything like that. Going around this side is a silly idea as well, and I get tracked by the T-34-85, as I mentioned before. And here, just trying to YOLO this guy as hard as I can, get into his face, push him out of the way so I can't get shot by the T-34-85 anymore, and turn around. That costed me a lot of health, and that T-30... First of all, what costed me a lot of health is that I was completely out of position. I had to turn like 180 to shoot this guy, and that takes a bit of time, and everybody could aim at me and shoot me, and that really was the my biggest issue there, and that kind of screwed up my game. I could have played so much better at the end, but still the game was alright. I mean, without me, this team would not have stand a chance. With like no bullshit, they would not have even been close to where we are now. But whatever. This encounter fucked up my game quite a bit. I should have went where the buffet tracker is going now. I would have done more damage, but then I would have risked in being spotted. And since I have like 300 health, I can't really be spotted again, or I'm just gonna die. But yeah, the Jagdpanther here is pretty damn good tank. It lacks a bit of gun traverse, but that's what you can kind of expect when your server structure is as flat as this is. But it's not a big issue, you can always get around that, and it really doesn't change a lot. You have to re-aim a bit more than you usually do. Hiding behind dead corpses is extremely valid in the Jagdpanther 2 because it's a big tank, and usually you can shoot over almost any other tank's hull, like E100s, Mouses, and shit like that. If you can get hull down behind their hull, you can more or less always shoot over their hull, and it's a really great way to play this in city maps, especially when somebody dies. Just get behind him and abuse your hull armor. Of course, I can always hit the gun mantlet, and that shot was extremely unlucky. Like, it went so high, so high. But then again, well, when somebody dies, get behind him and abuse your hull. No, superstructure. Hide your hull. Don't abuse your hull. It's not gonna end well. Now just looking for shots, can't find any. Everybody is behind cover. T-34 is behind cover. The SU is behind cover, and T-34-85 isn't spotted. But he's behind cover as well. And I'm just sitting here in the middle of the open and waiting for the situation to develop because rushing across the middle now would be suicidal and I would die definitely. I have to wait till something dies. The T-34 85 or the T-34. It's the T-34 that dies and now I have free road to the T-34 85 and I can go and kill him finally after everything he's done to me. But yeah, the game was alright. I fucked up, well, more or less fucked up in that one spot where I got completely caught out. I still went away from that alive, which is alright. I guess that was the best outcome there that could have happened anyways, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it kind of crippled my game and my tank in a way that I had to play more passive after that. But never mind, we win, and that's the most important thing. And look who we have here, and I should have aimed this shot so much better than I did. And that I thought this will take away my top gun, and it probably should have. But you'll see what I'm talking about a bit later. The stock round on the Jagdpanther II is alright. It's not a big deal. It's pretty damn good in more or less every. The guns are great. All of the guns are good, even for J8. The Tiger's gun can pen everything. The rate of fire is crazy. The 105 can pen everything if you aim well, and the DPM is alright. And this gun kicks like a mule, and it's really strong. And this is where I was lucky, and where I picked up my top gun. So almost 6k damage with a top gun. Quite an alright result for a TD on this map. You can see a lot of TDs perform well in this game, but usually they can't base, and that's not what I really like to do, so I play a bit differently, but still the outcome is about, well, pretty damn good. Almost 2k spotting as well, with a TD, and 5.9k damage, as I said, almost 6k, which is quite alright for a TD as well, almost 2.5k experience with premium without any doubles or anything, so yeah, pretty damn good game. Definitely an ace tanker, if I didn't have one before, but I did of course, because this is a tank I played a lot. So yeah, as you see, the T20 and me carried this game quite hard. The next guy on our team has like 2 times less experience than I do. The enemy team, they didn't really have a plan. They killed off our unlucky people that went south, and then they were in the lead, but then they just did nothing and died. So yeah, the swamp is quite an interesting map. There's a lot of tactics involved. It tends to be a bit campy, which is a shame, but it has a lot of tactics involved, and a lot of times you see a lot of people just yolling around and dying for no reason, but when you get a hang of the map, it's quite an alright, and you can have some really good games on it. So yeah, that was it for the Jagdpanther 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, but I'm not gonna bring the E3 review because of the TD changes happening in the next patch, but an E5 review might be coming pretty soon if I get some good games in it. So yeah, if you stick around for that, and I'll see you on the next one.